message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like it'd been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing. And suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing. And suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony? And before too long, I found where I belong. I can hear it, I can hear it, oh. I can't stop the rush, every note I touch. I can feel it saving me. Tell me, can you hear the symphony?
Maybe this is pointless, maybe I don't notice, 'cause it feels so good. Saying all the right things, playing with my heartstrings. I'm in trouble now, looking for a sign somewhere, 'cause it can't just be all in my head. Where to draw the line? No fair. Did you mean every word that you said? 'Cause it can't just be all in my head. Did you mean every word that you Pushing just to pull back, looking for a way out, but we're in so deep. One shot under pressure, hooked on guilty pleasure. I can't tone it down, looking for a sign somewhere, 'cause it can't just be all in my head. Where to draw the line? No fair. Did you mean every word that you said? In my head, in my head.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. Going to be doing, I can't even talk. I'm so excited, Rhino, for the Ladies Night POI draft. Welcome, everybody. Rhino, how we feeling here? We already got one pick on the board, but how are you feeling? It's been a little while since we've been on air together.
I feel great, man. I'm happy to be back. I'm excited for this year of women's comp. Put a little tweet out today, and here we are right now, getting ready for the first tournament of the year.
Hey, I'm super excited. But yeah, I mean, coming off of a very successful Queen's Cup last season, we've got some familiar faces here, as well as some of the newer faces here in women's comp. So just kind of overall excited to see where some of these picks are going to go. And it looks like we've already got a couple picks here on Storm Point. The Seriously Silly Geese, or SSG as a lot of us know them in the women's comp. I know they've played a lot in Queen's Cup, Princess Cup. But tell me a little about them. Do you know anything about the players, any backstory?
Yeah, I mean, Seriously Silly Geese have been around for a bit now. Swifty, Eliza, and Morgie Pie. Picking Lightning Rod's kind of a shock to me. It's a little, seems like a comfort pick in a way, Maz. Usually you see like, Barometer get picked here, or, Down Beast, even North Pad, usually get picked first overall. But to see Lightning Rod go that early is quite surprising. A little off brand from SSG, in my opinion. But I haven't really seen them play that much. I know they took a break as well once Queen's Cup ended, so I know they recently came back. So excited to see how they continue to grow as a squad.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how they're going to do here. We just saw Maple grab that North Pad pick, which, again, a pretty surprising pick, I feel like. Maple was going to originally be part of Crestep's team. Crestep unavailable this weekend. Happy belated birthday, by the way, Crestep. We know we just had that, as well as Banks, I believe, just had a birthday. So, a couple birthday girls here in the mix. But Maple going to be picking up some subs, dropping at that North Pad. A little bit surprised, I guess, personally, to see Barometer and I believe Checkpoint is where I was going to go. Kind of not picked yet. I know that sometimes you don't want to drop into those heavy loot POIs, especially in pubs or in ranked, because you're going to get contested. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get contested here in customs. And for some reason, our music doesn't want to keep playing, so we'll just bump that.
That's all right. So I can sync to everybody if they want, but no. I mean, North Pad, getting North Pad at 4 right there. I mean, that's a steal in my opinion. It's a phenomenal place to land. You have opportunity to rotate all different directions. You go up to the checkpoint, you go through down beast, you can go through wall. It's very versatile. A lot of loot. Not very often will you get pushed unless you get an overconfident team getting over at down beast. They want to get some pick shots at you and they get some cracks or something like that. Or if a team lands Ferrari, then you got to be a little careful. We know we saw that over in the Queen's Cup finals. We had a team land Ferrari and Team North Pass. We had a fight almost instantly over there. But Maple grabbing a nice little POI there, number 4.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice little POI, and I'm waiting here for Eternal Victor to come through, or Valor. It's a small screen. Eternal Valor to come through and grab theirs. Looks like they're gonna unfortunately miss the draft here. So just a note for everybody that if you do miss the draft, totally okay. You'll just be assigned a POI after the POIs have been selected. So we do already. We've got our first World's Edge pick, which let's go take a look at that here. And Team Meow going to be taking that West Skyhook POI, a POI that we see a lot of that West Skyhook, East Skyhook. It does lead into a contest, at least at some point. You want to poke and prod, see what everybody's got for resources, see what everybody has for weaponry. So excited to see what that's going to entail as well.
Yeah, that was the first pick in the Queen's Cup Finals draft by the team actually who won it. Solus, they took West Skyhook. It's a very good POI. It's on the edge. You can get the trials, a lot of loot there, and very rarely people go East Skyhook, so gives you opportunity to loot that side of the Skyhook too. So yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah, I have to say I like that as well. And I'm trying to find, Discord keeps killing the music because I'm talking. So I'm just looking for that voice setting, but I don't see it anywhere. So we're just gonna vibe and we're just gonna keep click and play every time it turns it off.
We're chilling.
Go back over here onto Storm Point. We're just waiting for E-Kittens here. They're pick number 7 in round 1. So we are doing a snake draft tonight. For those unfamiliar, we basically randomize the draft order. I think I did it like 6 or 7 times. We paste it in there, and whatever draft or whatever round pick you have in round 1. So if you're number 1, you're number 20 in round 2. Vice versa. If you're number 10, you're number 10, which is probably the best spot to be. And definitely looking down the list of teams upcoming here. We've got teams like DZ Eve at 12. They've got a very, I'd say, middle-spaced spot there. Going to give themselves the opportunity to pick a couple really nice POIs if the opportunity does align. So just waiting for the next pick to come through. Rhino, your pick number 7 on round number 1. You've got all these available POIs left here on Storm Point. Which one are you thinking about taking?
I mean, Cedo Station's a pretty solid POI. I'm surprised that that's still available. I'd be looking probably there, maybe Zoo Station. I mean, it depends on what the play style is. But yeah, I think I'd be looking at Cedo here, or I mean, even Barometer's still available. There's a lot of POIs still available over at World's Edge too, man. Only one gone so far, so you can get priority at that map right now at 7. But they forfeit their pick too as well, Maz. So doesn't look like they're going to be getting anything.
Yes, and we are still waiting for a couple teams to actually accept their invites. There's so many talented ladies here in the women's comp space. We sent out a plethora of invites, but, people have things going on and whatnot. So Team 19 is also going to be a forfeit, but once we do have a team that has accepted that offer and is in that team spot, they'll be using that POI. So Team 19 should forfeit. But looking down the line, I mean, we've got a little bit before I can imagine seeing another forfeit with the likes of Astral Trixie's Temper. I feel like it's been a little while since we've had Temper involved in an event here in the Proving Ground, so excited to have them joining us as well.
Oh yeah, Temper, one of the better teams in the Queen's Cup this past season. Went to the finals as the 4 seed and ended up, having a tough time, but they improved tremendously over the course of the season. And they got signed during the Queen's Cup season, so it's exciting to see them back here and still together as a squad. And that's definitely a team you got to keep your eye on this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a team.
And as we
hopefully we get some more of these teams back. I mean, we need some more teams. If you guys are in chat right now, any support for the women's scene is just astronomically appreciated, because it's in a tough spot. Let's be honest, right? It's after Queen's Cup ended, Rose Cup finished up. It's just been it's been a drought. So we're trying to revive it here. So any help, sharing, letting people know about it, even if they haven't played women's comp before, send them our direction. We can help them get a team. There's gonna be a lot of opportunities. So definitely, if you can help in any way, we appreciate it tremendously.
That we do. And I finally see my chat now. So hi, Trevor. It's been a long time. Dom, hello. Joker, welcome to the chat.
And there goes Barometer. Barometer North getting taken here by Astral. I like that pick a lot. Sitting in the 9 hole, getting that POI. You're seeing a lot of Storm Point go early here, Mez.
Yeah, which I feel it's kind of surprising. I mean, I know we've been playing World's Edge what feels like forever, but it's such a reliable map in a comp setting. Whether ranked or comp, just it holds up so well. But as we see these teams start to go down, DZ Eve actually going to surprise us with a World's Edge pick. We were just talking about that, and they're going to go with Siphon, which, I mean, I'm not surprised there with the Siphon pick.
Yeah, I mean, Siphon's just... DZ is getting a very good POI in the 12 hole, and I mean, Dark Zero Eve is not a slouch of a team. Another team that finished to the top 5 last year in Queen's Cup. I think they were 3rd overall. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they picked Siphon East and Lightning Rod last for the finals. So they're getting a comfort pick. They're getting a very good POI. So I'm very excited to see how they perform with this pick at 12. I mean, they're gonna have a pretty solid spot on the way back around too. So they should be able to get some pretty decent picks here.
Yeah, and actually, I'm curious to see where PFT is going to go as well. Do you have where PFT was landing during your most recent events?
I can go back. Let me go look real quick.
Because I do see they obviously grabbed Checkpoint, which that's a wonderful POI, especially for the team like PFT. They've been building and building and building, consistently getting stronger over the course of the Queen's Cup, and I'm super excited to kind of see them drop in here. They're going to get Checkpoint, that round 13 pick. That 13th pick in round 1. You can tell I'm not a football fan. I don't know anything about rounds or drafting or nothing. If it's not Tom Brady, I don't care.
Round 1, pick 13. It's not Tom Brady. Respect it. Unfortunately, I don't have the Princess Cup draft picks here. I think that was done through women's circuits. So, but I mean, regardless, PFT. I mean, they just recently signed their new 3rd. They were LFTing for quite some time now. Sorry, just woke up. And yeah, being able to bring in, I think it was Crit. I think they signed in as their 3rd. So Crit, definitely a solid player. So see if they can take the next step this season. We always have that one team or two teams that kind of, advance themselves a little bit and, get over the hump every year. And last year we had Illusions Gaming, KHD kind of doing that. I'm curious to see who we got this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. And Killzone Girl, I see you in chat there. We're also praying that we can revive women's comp. We can keep it alive this year. 2025 is going to be the year that women's comp goes up to that next level. Here in the proving grounds, at least, Rhino, I know we got some pretty cool shit in store for the very near future, and I can't wait to push them out to socials and just, get some hype behind it.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on Twitter, guys. Keep your eyes peeled on Twitter. We had a nice... If you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and do that. Rhino Live. I posted a video today. I guess I could before this pick gets in here.
We can just drop that right in chat.
But congratulations once again to your regular season MVP Riley from Team Solus. Clip of the cup went to Hannah from KHD. A phenomenal clip there. Most improved team was Illusions Gaming, who we won't be seeing here this week, but we know they'll be back. You'll be seeing them pretty soon. And your most improved player as well with Sweet Bee from Team Illusions. So it was really good time last year. Really good time. So I'm excited. I'm just excited to be back. This is great. I'm stoked. I love this.
I had an absolute blast watching the team of Illusions kind of come through and really start to get better and better and better over the course of the season. And Sweet Pea just been a blast to watch. Straphology, another blast to watch. So super excited to see where some of these teams, take what they've learned over the course of the Queen's Cup and Princess Cup. You've given them such a platform, such a home to grow in. And man, to see them just start jumping into these POI drafts, start jumping into a more competitive circuit, maybe a little bit more money on the line, who knows? But very excited to see what is on the rise. EVG going to be going quickly over to World's Edge. I love that pick. I love Thermal Station. I have to say.
Not waste any time.
Nope. That's a great pick. Absolutely.
I love landing thermal. But there's a couple POIs I think I would have picked before that. Personally. But I think thermal's probably it's a safe, consistent spot to go. But I think I'd be looking at maybe Countdown or potentially Climatizer even over thermal at this point.
Climatizer, all I'm going to say about Climatizer is landed there earlier, playing a couple games, ranked, and man, it took me a long time to find anything there in Climatizer, but I also think I'm a bad looter. I get too focused in on stuff, and it's just, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, and if I don't find it, it's a bad POI for me, so...
we saw some great contests in there last year over at Climatizer, so...
Yeah, we will. Maple, we're also excited for a new year with Solace. It's totally okay. We understand you have a birthday girl on the team. She's going to head out and, take some time. I know Riley was unavailable, and it's totally okay. Super excited to see maybe next month, what Solace has to offer. But seeing Bingus grab Overlook, the 18th pick there, interesting choice. Like you said, I think I would have grabbed maybe a different POI to at least start, especially in my first round. But they are going to be literally picking again momentarily. Team 18,
Overlook.
That's going to be a forfeit because Team 18 still yet to be filled. Old Lady, I'm not 100% sure has just joined us yet in the Discord. But that could be a pretty opportune time here for Bingus to really dominate and pick up two powerhouse POIs, with their next pick being on Stormpoint. We're just going to have to wait and see where that comes through.
Yeah, Overlook's a great POI. When I did... we go back in my day when I played Challenger Circuit. I got to round 2, guys. Okay, I got to round 2. We landed Overlook, and I did pretty well there. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's an easy loot. It's an easy rotate. You see some really good teams go there. So I'm not familiar with Bingus and their games, so I'm curious to see how they perform there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of super excited to see anything. Honestly, anything that's Apex comp, I'm excited to watch. Anything that's going to be a little bit of a new play style, maybe something we're not used to, I'm also just equally excited to watch. So excited to see Team 18 forfeit here, and hopefully, old lady did get my ping here in Discord, and she comes through and picks that up. And excited to see what these next few picks are going to be, especially with, like I said, Bingus has such an opportunity looking at Stormpoint, looking at what is left. Where would you go if you were Bingus, pending that old lady does not show up here for the draft? I mean, you've got a plethora of options here on Stormpoint. Where are you dropping?
I'm going down Beast. I mean, it should be the next pick here. It's either Down Beast or, depending on how you like to play, maybe Wall. But I like Down Beast a lot, and it's a really good POI, and it's still available right now. A lot of loot, good rotate on the edge. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not going Ferrari. I have to agree. Down Beast got to be the way to go here. Between the verticality alone, exceptional, especially if you get a ring pull over that way. I know they're a little bit more rare here on Storm Point, but you get a Down Beast, end game. You could really play this out for the long haul, and I have to agree. I think old lady here, about 30 seconds left on the timer. Probably not going to be here, so we may be just, sitting around chatting for another 4.5 minutes, but on the other side of that, like we said, Bingus, you've got one hell of an opportunity here to really shake things up.
Yeah, they could easily. I did get a message back from Lady, but she didn't answer me fast enough, I don't think. So looks like we're gonna have to play with what they get here. But they'll be here tomorrow. So.
And
Prophetess, man, that's another team right there. Prophets. I'm excited to see how they can progress as well. Another team that kind of came on late at the end of the Princess Cup season last year, and they recently, at the end of last season, they found their third, and they were starting to start getting a little bit of a groove, and unfortunately wasn't enough come Princess Cup finals. So, but we'll see what they can turn the wheel. You know what I mean? Like I'm just excited to see these teams keep growing, because there's just so many teams that I recognize and so many new teams as well, and that's always the best part, just getting all these new teams. Just keep shuffling it up.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to keep the top players on their game. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna use Solace here as an example, just because they've been so dominant over the past, let's say 5-6 months. It's been, Solace and Insomnia, just kind of running with things here. So to get a new team in the mix that does put in the work, like let's say PFT, you put in that work, you build that chemistry, both on game and off game, and start to apply that into a competitive setting, we could start to see a little bit of a mix up, maybe some upsets here in the latter season of the Proving Grounds. And I'm just super excited to work with you, Rhino. Obviously we've been on air and been doing this for a little while now, and I think anytime that we're able to give them a little bit more motivation, maybe a little bit of critiques here and there, I mean, hell, it can't hurt. I can't hurt.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to hear me, call somebody bad? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. What a shitty grenade that was. But we'll try and keep that to a minimum. I know we're just kind of having fun here for the draft, but I promise we won't call anybody bad.
There's a few clips of me out there talking, kind of like in my earlier days of casting, Queen's Cup and stuff, of me kind of like, oh, you got one clip by this person, talking shit for the person who's killing the other person. And it's kind of funny. But this looks like they got in, Baz. They missed their first pick at 20.
Beautiful.
But they
Love
are
that.
They are going to sneak in here for round 2. They're going to grab Cascades at Storm Point. I'm not too thrilled about that for Lady. Down Beast is still available, but if that's what they want to go, it's what they want to go. That's the thing about POI drafts. A lot of these POIs could be comfort picks. That tends to not work out in the favor of some teams, depending on who you are. So hopefully that pays off for Lady and company. But Down Beast, man, is still available. Bingus is going to get a steal here.
I say Bingus is going to walk away with the. It's like an Uno reverse +4 for them. I mean, they can just take this POI and kind of run with things, giving themselves such a powerhouse, POI here.
The whole southern side of the map is still open to Devastated Coast, Echo, and Coastal Camp have not been picked. I mean, there's no Kieto in the lobby here, so launch site is not occupied by them. So the team who does go Devastated Coast doesn't have to worry about that instant push coming out of launch site and trying to get them out of the game, so they don't have to worry about them on their backside. But I'm not sure who's Girls Night Out. Do I know any of those players?
Girls Night Out. Let's go take a look here. Girls Night Out is Scooby, Calamity, and Swore.
Yes, I'm unfamiliar with who they are as players, but I know who Kieto is, and that's how Kieto played launch site. They played it perfectly to the T.
Yeah, it was a textbook rotation into launch site. I mean, anytime you could watch anybody from Kieto push in, it was a blast to watch. So I'm Devastated Coast being open, though. I mean, who knows? Maybe one of these random POIs does get assigned to Devastated Coast. Maybe Kieto accepts their invitation, and you know what? Maybe we see a little action here on Storm Point after all, but we'll have to wait and see. As Bingus will get their 23rd pick here I guess, third pick in round 2. I'm learning, chat. I'm learning. I'm gonna go
Maple,
Wall.
you're officially the third for Solus, Maple? I know you played with them recently, but I didn't know if you were officially the third. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I saw Mr. Rhino in one of the comments. Cooking, kind of.
Mr. Rhino. That's King Rhino. King with a K. Yes, you are. Okay, love that. Love that. Riley, Maple,
Mr.
and
Rhino,
Crest going to be
man.
the team to watch out for here.
That's scary.
That's a very scaring team.
So Bingus does go with Wall, and then Launchlight goes to Team Winx directly after. So Down Beast still available. Chat, how you guys feel about that, chat? How you guys feeling about Down Beast not getting taken this far? Is that new? Like, I mean, I know I haven't hosted in quite some time, but is Down Beast not as powerful as it used to be? I mean, Down Beast is just, it seems like it's one of the upper tier POIs to grab on Stormpoint. It seemed to be like the last one picked here.
Maybe that's why we're the TOs and not the players. Maybe Down Beast is garbage now, and they removed all the gold loot or something. But
let me go look.
We'll just keep talking about it. We'll just feed them into it. Looking at World's Edge though.
Existent.
Girls' Night Out, gonna grab Climatizer all the way up there on that northeast corner. You were just mentioning Climatizer, so
yeah, that's a good pick.
Hey, that's a good pick right there. That's the Rhino pick right there.
Like that. Your favorite team, Girls' Night Out. I love the pick. Solid. Yeah, no, Solus ended up with Down Beast in finals last season, so I'm surprised it's still available. Very, very surprised. But we're gonna have another forfeit pick here, and then PFT up. We'll have a nice little run of picks coming up soon.
Yes, we will. Killzone, though, I mean, you almost got EVG to go Down Beast, so a little bit of sway.
Cenote is not a terrible POI. I don't hate it, but I'm just shocked, man. I really am. I'm shocked. Down Beast was a coveted POI last season. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've been hooked on Marvel Rivals. I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. I've been grinding Rivals pretty heavily. I played probably like an hour of Apex the past month, so so it's maybe I'm a little unfamiliar. I went to the firing range today though. I did that.
See, there you go.
It felt good. The EPG, bro. What is that? They need to get rid
I didn't even realize there was a new gun in the game. I was so excited to pick up that new charge rifle and just start throwing that down range.
That thing is ridiculous.
I'm super excited to see that. I'm super excited to see that in a comm setting.
Does that count as a shotgun for your clip?
No, it will not count as a shotgun. It will not. Yes, to anybody that is watching, if you look in the clips channel under Ladies Night, we do have a $50 bounty tomorrow for the best shotgun play. I'll put out a reminder for players. We'll go over it again real quick before the event. But yeah, I mean, $50 for the best shotgun play. I mean, how many of you are already using shotguns anyway, right? I know most of you.
I've seen some crazy plays with shotguns in the past, so
yeah,
we'll get some great content.
All right, Dark Zero Eve here. Going to be grabbing Echo HQ. I like that pick out of them.
Okay.
Or Echo HD.
So Dark Zero Eve.
We've also got PFT going Stacks on World's Edge. We'll swing over there, take a look at that. For those of you unfamiliar, Stacks down here on the bottom right of the map. My mouse is over here. Down near that
ends up
big
with Siphon.
mod.
They end up with Siphon and Echo. Pretty solid. Not bad. And then we got Temper gets Geyser and Cito.
I like that.
Geyser, really? What else is available?
I like Geyser. I like Geyser. I literally, from the very first day they introduced Geyser to World's Edge, I was hooked.
You would be.
I don't know why. It's a shit area to loot from. Horrible rotations. 9 times out of 10 you're getting pinched, but man, I do love it.
You would love Geyser. You would. But I mean, looking at the other POIs, I probably would have went staging, maybe staging a tree. I tend to stay away from the middle of the map there, so Harvester, Frag. I know some teams are very good playing out of Harvester. I've watched like KHD. They play out of Harvester a lot. Very, very strong team out of Harvester. The Villa with her amazing IGLing. She's talk about taking the next step. I hope they come back. I would love to keep watching them get better and better. But out of Harvester. So I don't know. It's strange, but guys are, man. I mean, Maz likes it, so it's Maz approved. So you got to steal, I guess.
Maple approves it too, so clearly I'm just as good as Solace now because I know good POIs.
There you go. Yeah, so
that.
you should just be their coach. You should just be their coach.
All right, Maple, I'll hit you guys up for a contract after this. We'll give you all of my bad advice. Astral going to be going Countdown. I like that play out of them. Going to kind of put themselves in the middle of things here between the Trixies and Team Meow. Haven't seen anybody go Frag East yet, which that's another surprising one, especially with Monument open. I mean, Frag East, you got a little bit of a stretch over there towards Overlook, but Frag East relatively open for the time being, as we are not going to have a pick here for Team 19. So, you know, just a nice chill 80 seconds.
What team are you most excited to see come back in women's comp, Maz?
You know, it's a tough call. It really is a tough call. I'm excited to see the new PFT. I'm excited to watch Illusion. I'm always excited, of course, to watch the likes of Dark Zero and Solace. You know, they're the names that I always feel like we're shouting the most in situations that are kind of make or break. But I also want somebody to come into this like Roar XD. You know, we've seen Jen do such wonderful things in comp before, and I'm hoping that maybe she's put together this kind of little sleeper team. She does have a roster that we'll talk more about tomorrow as the event starts, and I'm hoping that we can watch Roar XD rise this year. Roar XD has been in literally every event that I can think of, in one way, shape, or form, you know, whether it's Woodland, and Jen, whatever the case may be, but excited to see Roar XD as well. Yeah,
Jen's been playing in my stuff for a long time as well, so yeah, she's got my support. That'd be a nice team to see Maple. Yeah, the Fraggies calm was crazy. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes there. I didn't want to call them out for it, but Fraggies, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I don't think I'd pick Frag East.
I like Frag East. That's me.
You lost your contract.
I just whatever. It's a joke. Horrible contract. Wasn't even beneficial. All right, we're gonna wait for E-Kittens here to grab their POIs, but as we do kind of just here, let me move that just a touch. Looking over some of these availables, I mean, Down Beast still free. Harvester's still free. Landslide, if anybody doesn't want any loot, also still free.
Yeah, Landslide ain't terrible.
It's come through. We have it. The E-Kittens have gone Down Beast. E-Kittens.
There it is. Shout out E-Kittens.
E-Kittens are going to Down Beast. I'm surprised it lasted that long.
Steal of the draft right there. What pick was that? Scroll down.
That is 34th pick.
Wow. You're getting Down Beast at 34th is crazy.
That is free money.
Opinion.
I love that.
In my opinion. Yeah.
All right, so
what was the other POI? Oh, they weren't here for their first pick. So, I mean, they got to feel pretty good about that. You know, they forfeited their first pick. They were late. End up walking away with still a pretty solid POI of Down Beast. So, definitely gotta be happy about that.
And as we wait for Meow to make their second pick, just a reminder, they did grab West Skyhook here. They cannot grab East Skyhook. That's not how this works. But they will be able to have their run-of-the-mill here on Storm Point. And we do have quite a few decent POIs available. Like we've mentioned, and we've talked about Devastated Coast a little bit. So we'll see what they end up with. But Command Center is available.
Command Center. Yeah, probably Command Center or Coast here. I think you avoid Devastated Coast because you got a team at Echo HD right now. Which is Dr. Zero Eve, and they're going to be aggressive for sure.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to get into a fight with them, or you're going to try to fight them, and you got launch site to worry about in the third party, or even pylon too, depending on where the ring pull is. So I think Command Center is probably the pick here. That's just me though. Is that Meow?
They're thinking on it.
I think they went Command Center in the finals, so.
They're taking their sweet time. They're just waiting right till the very end. You know, they're keeping us on the edge of our seat. They grabbed Devastated Coast, the one POI that we were surprised. So we'll see Meow land Devastated Coast. A little bit of a situation. It's kind of like a little sandwich between Girls Night Out and Dark Zero Eve. But, I mean, Coastal Camp is still free right now. So Dark Zero Eve going to have the ability to rotate either over to that western side towards that Coastal Camp or just take those fights early on depending on where the night goes. Now, a reminder, I almost said a rinder, which is a reminder for Rhino, I think is where I was going.
I need a lot of those.
We will not be playing match point tomorrow. It is a set 6 game series. It's been a long day, thus our inability to chat here at the end of the night. And as we wait for Eternal Valor did forfeit their first pick, so I'm assuming they have not joined us just yet here. Maple may get a free pick.
Yeah, Maple's definitely gonna be foaming at the mouth here. What's left over at they gotta go Storm Point, right?
They've got to go World's Edge now.
Where did they get for Storm?
So they got Storm Point. Storm Point. They grabbed North Pad. So looking at the available here, I mean, quite a few decent POIs.
Staging, Mirage, Tree. I mean, they might get spicy and go East Skyhook, but we'll see. We'll see. Staging's not a bad POI. I don't mind it.
It's definitely not. And I mean, right now where you don't have anybody over at Mirage, you don't have anybody over at Harvester yet, give yourself a little breathing room to run north through Landslide if need be. So very curious to see what they're going to grab here. Eternal Valor, just another 10 seconds on their timer. And I know Maple's just chomping at the bit.
Yeah, this is just going to get a steal here. Just going to get a steal. Here it comes. What do you think it is, Maz?
Yeah. Harvester or East Skyhook?
Okay.
Both will be wrong, but
I'll go with Staging as Tree. So we got 4 POIs that potentially could be that we picked. You know what I mean? Spread our range out a little bit there. Make it sound better. We'll see here in just a minute.
Maple goes for Harvester. Mazita secures his second contract of the evening. What a great POI. All right. St. Nessie, they did pick Storm Point in round number 1, so they are also looking at World's Edge, so we can hang out here and let's see where this blue circle is going to pop up.
Staging. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not, though, because you got Harvester now occupied by Maple, so maybe you go Tree. Maybe you stay on the outside. I'm not sure. I don't want to con Meow at Skyhook. That's not what I want to do, so I'm staying away from that. Frag East is pretty iffy. Epicenter, iffy. I think Tree or Staging really is all you got left here. Or you can go Mod. You can contest PFT. That's not a bad con. Where'd they end up going?
End up picking up Tree. Roar XD picking up Monument. I mean, Roar XD has free loot here in the center. I mean, they could just take their sweet time.
Yeah.
And just like that, we've only got 1 pick left here out of our seriously silly geese. I'm also dyslexic tonight. It's been a day.
There's a silly geese. They need to go World's Edge here. Staging, not bad for your last pick, but they went Survey camp.
Bad at all. Survey gives them the ability. I mean, when you're looking at where Survey is, you can bounce over to Epicenter, you can bounce over to Skyhook, you can certainly attack over towards Climatizer, push south towards that Monument POI. But man, this is it, Rhino. This is where teams are going to be dropping tomorrow. Storm Point, we've got Down Beast. We finally got claimed by E-Kittens. Nobody picked Ferrari. I mean, I don't even know what you guys are doing in this game. Jurassic not being picked. Is that a surprise here, you think, on Storm Point?
Well, we had a few teams not here, so I don't know. The other POIs that got taken are definitely better than Jurassic, so I'm not too shocked by it. It definitely would have gotten selected if we had a full draft.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
There we go. My mouse was taking a little bit, but we're back. Looking at World's Edge. Any surprise POIs left open? I mean, I know you had mentioned Staging, but anything outside of Staging? I mean, I see Dome way down there in the bottom right, which I don't think I see people land at Dome on purpose ever, so.
Well, Mod, you get the weapons. That surprises me a little bit, not going Mod. So PFT is going to be able to split land that, so that'll be good for them. Or even potentially Temper could split land it too with Geyser, if they really wanted to. But I mean, we still have the potential of some teams joining, so they might get picked by the time we're playing tomorrow night. But definitely Staging. Staging not being picked is definitely a shock to me.
That it is. So I mean, to close things out, tomorrow is going to be a little bit of an exciting event. we're jumping in using the ALGS drops. Teams aren't going to be contesting as normally as possible, the standard dropship path that we would take through ranked or through pubs. So we give all these players a chance to kind of pick their POI. They get their loot, they get all set up, they get kitted. They're able to get those Evo caches and get themselves ready and situated for the I guess that first ring closure when teams do start to have to navigate and move in their designated direction. But I'm super psyched, Rhino. I'm excited. I'm stoked. I made up another word. I'm crushing it today. But I'm super super excited. So, any final thoughts here on your end?
Nah, man. I'm just happy to be back. I'm just happy that new year. Women's comp is not dead. In fact, not dead. We're gonna bring it back to the forefront. Check out the video if you haven't yet, chat. I just put it in the chat there. Don't ban me, but yeah, go check it out. Get excited, man. Get hyped. It's gonna be a great year. A lot of potential for some great memories and great moments. So
we're here for it.
We're here for it. All right, let's see who's live. Let's send somebody a few viewers here, and we can call it a night. And we can go about our day and not go play Marvel Rivals for a little. No, we won't be doing that.
I gotta go to bed and I gotta work tonight. So that's it. That's it for me. I'll be going to bed here.
Okay,
my day's over.
My day's just unfortunately starting, and it's I guess it's not really starting. It's just not ending. We got more stuff to do behind the scenes to prepare for tomorrow. But thank you again, everyone, for coming through. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the love. Just hanging out with Rhino and I as we do something a little bit new to the ladies comp. Just do the POI draft as well. At least here in the ladies night side of things. So we will see everybody tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll also be live over on Rhino Live.